Se haga una investigación.
Pamela Coronado wants justice for the murders of two of her brothers, and she's taking to the streets of Nogales to get it. Her brothers, Antonio, 22, and Adrian, 20, were found dead less than a mile across the border in Nogales, Sonora. From the beginning, the murders were mysterious. Two U.S. citizens, both brothers, killed in Mexico in broad daylight. Their bodies were found by their car on a busy street just after noon on a warm Sunday in March.
The reason why I'm doing this petition is not out of revenge. It's out of justice.
She's hoping that if she gathers enough signatures on a petition, it will convince the police and the Santa Cruz County Attorney's Office to press for murder charges on a man currently in police custody. Police are investigating whether this case goes back to last January. 2 months ago, Antonio Coronado was the victim of a home invasion. Police say the man behind the attack targeted the wrong house. The assailants accused Antonio Coronado of telling police about a drug load. One man even cut Antonio with a machete. Antonio Coronado went to police. Eduardo Hernandez is accused of being the man who attacked Antonio. Police say Hernandez tried to pressure Antonio to stop working with police. He contacted Antonio Coronado 4 times, offering him money and cars. And then on March 16th, Nogales, Arizona, police confirm that Antonio and his younger brother, Adrian, were lured into Mexico by Antonio's mother-in-law, who told them she needed to go to the hospital.
My younger brother went in sandals and in basketball shorts. They went to the hospital, and that was the last that they were seen.
2 days after the killings, Customs and Border Protection confirms that a woman came up to the Arizona border to tell U.S. officials of a crime that took place in Mexico. They will not confirm who the woman was. But where does the case go from here? Antonio Coronado was murdered in Mexico, but police reports confirm he was being targeted very brazenly in Arizona. That's leading to a legal entanglement for police in both countries, and that's frustrating for Pamela Coronado.
The person suspected of this can't be charged with homicide. It seems that jurisdiction only serves to aid criminals.
Police have revealed very little about the case. On Friday, the Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Office confirmed Hernandez is being held on charges of obstruction of a criminal investigation and on parole violation. His attorney declined to comment on the case and whether his client will face murder charges in Arizona. The Nogales Police Department is also involved in the investigation. They arrested Hernandez the night the 2 brothers were killed in Mexico.
Yes, what the information I received from some of the family and witnesses is that the suspect, Mr. Hernandez, was having contact with Mr. Coronado against the conditions of his release that he was arrested for prior for the aggravated assault due to the home invasion.
Whether Antonio Coronado was killed before he could testify remains unclear, but police say that the attempts to keep him from working with police had failed. He wanted to do the right thing.
The statements that we received from, once again, the girlfriend was, that he felt that he did something wrong and he needed to answer for his actions, was that, he assaulted him. He threatened his girlfriend and in the presence of, the children that were there at the residence when this occurred.
Now, Santa Cruz County prosecutors have not said whether they will press for those charges, but Pamela Coronado is continuing to press local citizens to convince prosecutors to take on this case.
In my brother's case, if nobody in the United States is charged with homicide, nothing deters another person that has a problem with somebody in Nogales, Arizona, or in Rio Rico, or in any border town in the United States, that all they have to do is get them to cross to Mexico, kill them and come back, and there's no accountability. And if in this case there's no justice, it's going to continue to happen again.
People here, it's clear, seem to agree. They're signing that petition. Law enforcement sources in Arizona say that among the many issues making this case so difficult is the fact that local police agencies in both countries have not recently had a close working relationship. Lupita Murillo, News for Tucson.